I am Dr. Adam Millman. Thank you for watching. I'm standing on the beach in Coronado, California at the United States Navy base. I came here on a weekend vacation with my wife and my kids. And while we were here, my wife handed me a book that she thought I might like to read. It's called Make Your Bed by Admiral William H. McRaven. Now in the first chapter, the very first sentence, he talks about the barracks of the Navy SEALs on Coronado, California, which happens to be right down the beach from where we're staying. So we don't look at anything as being chance in our family. And she handed me this book, and I opened up the book, and he talks about being in Coronado, California, which happens to be the very island that we are on in California. So I thought it might be even more of a reason to read the book. It tells some amazing stories about his time as a Navy SEAL, and specifically one of the stories I'd like to share with you. And this is when he was the Commodore of the Naval Special Warfare Group 1 in Coronado, California. He was commander of all the Navy SEALs on the West Coast. This is a pretty impressive position. And the story is about a jump that he does where something goes wrong with parachuting, and his chute opens and it's wrapped around his legs, and it literally splits his pelvis into two. And he survives the jump, but when he lands, he's in the hospital for days, and then he's not able to walk for a few months. And the entire time, his wife is treating him, taking care of him, friends are coming to see him. He thought his career was over, and he had survived many life-threatening incidents over the course of his Navy SEAL career. This was for 25 years, but this one was particularly difficult because he had always seen himself as physically undefeatable. That he was able to get through challenges because of his physical capability and his training and his intelligence. But in this case, his body was literally ripped into two, and he thought his career was over. But then he started getting assistance from his wife and his friends, and they came to see him. And his wife would not allow him to go down that dark black hole where you start to feel sorry for yourself and for your situation. He eventually recovered from his injuries and was able to resume his position as a Navy SEAL. So this is an unbelievable story. He relates it to the stories the images that we've seen on TV and in movies. American Sniper, where you see the Navy SEALs training on the beach with a boat on top of them. He says that when one man was feeling weaker and sick, the other men would pull extra hard and do extra work to pick up the slack for the person that was not feeling physically capable that day. And then on another day, when someone else was not feeling physically capable, when they were feeling weaker or sicker or down, the other men would step it up a notch, as you say, and pull the extra weight, and everyone would get through. And the point of the story is that when one was weak, the other people took over the responsibility and put in extra effort. Because at a later date, the people that were feeling good that day would eventually not be feeling good, and then they would need someone else's help in order to get through the mission. Because you cannot carry the boat yourself. These boats are quite large and heavy, and one person can't carry it. But with the help of everyone, the boat can be carried. And when one is weak, the other people pick up the slack. And then another day, someone else is weak, the other people pick up the slack. And you know that when you are weak, you have other people to help you. And you know in the future that the situation will be reversed. So none of us are an island. You cannot survive on your own in society. To appreciate appreciate everyone around you, your ability to help them and their ability to help you, because one day you will be in a position where you're not able to carry the boat and other people will pick up the slack. And another message when Admiral McRaven was in the bed, his biggest challenge was a mental challenge. The physical wounds would heal, but if you allow yourself to go down this black hole of feeling sorry for yourself and woe is me and life isn't fair and things will never get better, that could ultimately be the biggest challenge. I'm sure everyone has met people in their own lives where they've experienced challenges, but the biggest challenge was not physical, the biggest challenge was mental. And it was the mental component. That is where our motivation comes from. Being right in your mind, your attitude, your philosophy of your life and your situation and everyone around you will enable you to get through these difficult challenges. Feeling sorry for yourself is probably not going to help you. But looking at the problem and then focusing on the solution is what will enable you to get through. Not focusing on the problem. Focusing on the problem will keep you trapped in the past and what happened in the finite reality. But using your imagination for what can come in the future, different strategies that you can use to improve your situation, accessing the resources of other people will enable you to get through the challenge. Not focusing on the bad situation, on the problem. Utilizing your resources, your creativity, knowledge of the past when you went through challenges and you were able to get through them, using that as a reference for how you will get better in the future, rather than failures, so-called failures in the past or mistakes in the past where things didn't go right. Calling on those things during a challenging situation will not help you get better, but calling on the references of the past when you did succeed and you were strong, and also the strength of other people, when other people were able to get through challenges. If they can do it, you can do it. If they're able to find a way, you can find a way. That's the attitude about yourself that's so important. There are challenges that other people went through that they were able to get through. You can get through them with the strategies that other people used to get through their challenges. You could use those strategies to get through your challenge, and their challenges may have been much greater. So in our cases, when we run into small challenges, small difficulties, we can access the stories of other people that were able to get through more difficult challenges, and that could be our reality. Use the stories of other people. Use the resources of other people, the assistance of people around you, your own story, to get through the challenges that you can face. Dropping from an airplane and having your 2 parachutes open and having your legs literally split apart and breaking your pelvis and being in a bed for weeks, months, learning how to walk again, that is a major challenge I've certainly never had to go through. But the biggest challenge was the mental challenge. The mental challenge of how can I get through in my mind that I'm going to recover, and then the physical part can actually be easier. But deciding in your mind that you are going to get better, I can get better, other people have done this, so I can do it. Their story can be my story. Their challenges were overcome, my challenges can be overcome. And utilizing the support of the people around you that are there to help you. And in the future, when you are better, you remember the assistance that you got, and then then you reciprocate and help other people when they're in their time of need. No one can carry the boat themselves. The boat is too heavy for the job. And this is a symbol of life. There are many things that we cannot do ourselves. We need the help of other people. And we should call upon them, and they may in the future call upon us. And we reciprocate because no man, no woman is an island. We need the assistance of other people. The service of other people, the contribution to other people when they're in their time of need, is something that is a right and a privilege, and it is a blessing to be able to do. Thank you for watching.